Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today we're doing another viewer bike review. I have here a bunch of pics that you guys have uploaded onto my Discord server. What is a Discord server, you might ask? Well, it's a place for all of you guys to talk about your bikes. The general knowledge, the nutrition, the fitness and training, the weight weenie, the bike corn, the rim brakes, first disc brakes, all the type of stuff there. There even is like a little bit of a marketplace there. There's a good amount of people in there daily talking of their day-to-day lives, but if you ever want to be interested or join the community, you can join down below for free. And if you ever want your bike featured on one of these reviews, feel free to post it in the bike corn selection. Now, this is my take on these bikes. It's my opinion. It is going to be, we're going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, okay? Overall, just aesthetics, bonus points for some attention to details, stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. No harm, no foul. But I usually just hand-picked a couple of these because I thought they looked really good and they had some good talking points. There were a lot more on there, but these are the ones I chose for this round. So if you guys want to be featured, let me know. That is a picture of a duck. Let's get into it. It's a beautiful duck. All right, so first and foremost, this guy just said when he posted this bike, he said, going for a quick getaway. Now, aesthetically wise, the bike screams beautiful. That paint job of the new Pinarello Dogma, that's the 2025, by the way, is gorgeous. That crystal kind of white baby blue color is amazing. But the whole build of this thing is crazy. I mean, the more you look into it, the more you start seeing like some Fred things to it. First and foremost, you have to point out the quad lock of the cell phone on there. Like, you have Obermeyer lightweight wheels that pretty much go for $8,000. These wheel sets, okay? I mean, this is a hard flex, and this is a big status. When you have these kind of wheels, it's not for the performance. It's not for the internals. They're really not even that lightweight anymore compared to what's coming out. But it's just a flex, basically telling people you have money. Those are $8,000 wheels. But you got the quad lock phone mount up here, okay? You got no handlebar tape either. These are just bone dry handlebar tape with a out front bag to carry whatever you're doing there, and 2 smart bottles. It's like he's going to the gas station for like a piece of gum. But other than that, the attention to detail is crazy. You have the Bjorn, what looks to be a Bjorn saddle with the cork saddle on there for the color scheme. Again, the 2025 Dogma. You have the brand new SRAM Red group set, and then you have a 1x build on this thing with a THM crank, carbon fiber with the integrated spider, and a 5-bolt carbon tie chainring, which looks to be a really small. So it looks like he like lives in like a climbing area. That looks like a 46 or something like that, which is crazy to have a 1x of that. What a crazy build. I mean, the color scheme is beautiful, but like when you get into that, it's weird. The chain looks to be a ceramic speed UFO chain as well. They sell like this like powder coated white chain, so it looks pretty cool. But yeah, I love that color, and I love rich stuff as well. So I will do, even with the minus points of the quad lock and the bag and the smart water bottles, I'm doing an 8 out of 10. Beautiful bike. Beautiful bike. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if you had handlebar tape, you had a proper mount, and you got rid of that shit bag there. I would even allow the smart water. I wouldn't care. Next. Okay, so here is the 2024 Specialized Crux Pro frame. It's not an S-Works frame. It's a Pro color frame here. I am being more and more in love with the XPLR group sets, the Explorer group sets, the 1x13. We're starting to see Trek utilize them more. It's the talk of the town right now. The 1x setups with like a 50-tooth chainring or 52-tooth chainring with a 1046 in the back with a 13-speed with the UDH. Only select frames can take this derailleur on there. They have to be UDH compatible. I myself did a build for a customer. Hold on, pause. I myself did this build, as you guys can see, with the 1x13. And at the time when I asked SRAM, they're like, yeah, it's not compatible because of the offset of the chain. But the guy ran it, and we did this in September 25th, 2024. So really, Lidal is copying my kind of steez and my swagger for this gentleman here. But No, I'm just kidding. But I'm a big fan of the one by the Explorer groups. You also have the one-piece bar and stem cockpit on here, the Evo mirror saddle. He is running an NVC post. I hate that. I hate that freaking mounting system by Enve. It works, but it's just stupid to make adjustments to it. The Peak dual 5550s on there with nice wide internals. I'm going to give this thing a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I like the color scheme. I like the bike build. Drop the spacers, 2 spacers. I don't care about your back. Ride uncomfortable. And get the new SRAM Red hood shifters. That's how I do it. Spend more money that you don't, that you probably don't need to do. But yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. 9 out of 10 if you had it a little bit lower and the new red shifters on there. Next. This is another one. This is, oh my god, dude. This is another one that like literally just stuck out to me. I don't know if this is the same customer as the Dogma F, but this is again a limited edition Crux, the same one I showed. I think there's only 100 of these paint jobs, and they're all hand painted, so each one is different. Okay, he has a 1x13 Explorer group set on there with the ceramic speed OSPW on there. But again, you got flat pedals on here, and then you have Obermeyer wheels, again, Evo, $8,600 wheels, a Doremo 27.2 C-post. I'm thinking it's the same guy. I didn't even check the username. And then the Bjorn cork saddle on there. Really, just swagged out. New SRAM Red group set on there. But, again, I might have to dock you. 1, the pedals. 2, I don't like the pink. I don't think it matches. Just make that black Doremo. And 3, get rid of you need black tires. You need black tires. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I know it literally screams rich and it looks cool, but 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Next. Okay. Cannondale Lab 71s. I know I always kind of... The SuperSix Evos, I think it's a phenomenal bike. I know I always rip on them for being crack and fails and stuff like that. But aesthetically wise, their top tube being as horizontal as it is, I think the whole bike just looks aesthetically good. Plus, I love their Momo bar. I think their Momo bar with the top forged carbon, it looks cool. It's different. It's not just like a normal flat carbon or gloss carbon. The forged carbon kind of looks really cool. You have a full Duries kit on here. This is kind of their pink color with the black. Of course, you guys can see that yourself. And then he has Bora Ultra wheels. I know Campy is well-known, renowned, knowns of that. I'm not a big fan of the wheels. They look clean, but they don't do anything for me. Would I ride them? Of course. But it's just not my style. I think for that price point, there's way more better options out there with just better statistics and better stats. But aesthetically for this bike, I like the black and pink color. I like the Duries combination. I like the aero bottles. I'll give this thing a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Okay? Beautiful bike. This is the Van Rysel RCR. I don't know if it's a Pro because it didn't say on there, but it looks to be the Van Rysel RCR. Interesting. I like that he did the white decal on there. I don't think they sell it with the white on there. Correct me if I'm wrong. When I got my demo bike in, it was a gloss black logo for that Van Rysel. He does have a very lightweight, what look to be altitude carbon fiber cages, but everything else kind of gets a little bit blurry to me. I don't really know what he's got going on. He has the bird. I should know this. I'm an idiot. Sorry, I found him. He has the Avion Canary handlebar, which I like the look of them, and they are crazy lightweight too, like very lightweight. Some people do say with the heavier people that they do feel a bit flexy, but I mean, really, if you're going for a build weight weenie type aesthetics, aesthetics wise, they look great, and also the feel of them look great. I've installed one on a bicycle before, but they look really cool. Crank wise, I don't know what crank that is. I can't tell. and chainring is kind of blurry as well. And wheels as well, I don't know what those are. They look like Far Sports. Yeah, those are Far Sports. Far Sports wheels, 5.99 kgs. That's ridiculously light for what looks to be Ultegra Di2 as well. But I love the white logo with the white bar tape. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. I think black mono kind of tone bikes and white monotone bikes, they really speak a lot to me. I like the black and white. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I like just the bold font in there. It looks really good. 9 out of 10 for Van Rysel. Next. Okay. This is my alley. Tarmac S-Works SL8. You have some custom stuff on here though. Okay? Don't just judge a book by its cover. Let me break it down for you, all right? Looks to be a Burke saddle on here. Burke composite. Carbon fiber, really lightweight. Probably under 100 grams. Super lightweight. Handlebar up here is the Tavello handlebar. Tavello makes a really nice integrated one-piece bar and stem for half the price of the competition. I think they're about $300, whereas most bars out there are $600 for the Western brands. And the aesthetics and the ergonomics of them are very nice. They make a really good job. You just get 3D printed spacers for that. But the Tavello bar looks clean on there. Going on down, he got the ready-to-paint frame, but he did gold decals in there, which, again, creativity. He had a vision. He brought it to life. We all want that. I can see a little bit of myself in this bike. I want to take some of my creativity and put it on that bike, okay? He's rocking the Far Sports Evo S wheels with the carbon fiber spokes, ceramic speed bearings inside of there. One of the best wheels on the market, 1650, I think. 24 millimeter internal, 30 millimeter external. Ridiculously lightweight. I think mine weighed in at 1196, but it looks like he's having a staggered wheel set here. A 50 in the front and a 60 in the rear for aesthetics. Okay? Stay with me here. Going to the crank set, we have a SRAM red crank arm with the gold bolt replaced and gold chainring bolts. But it's not what you think it is. If we zoom in here, enhance. These are carbon tie chain rings on here with their own spider. Beautiful. And then for the OSPW, he had to touch a gold with SLF. Okay? Beautiful. Really good looking. Tubeless tires, knock it. Tire wise, looks to be a content. Oh, different tires. That's another knock. What are you doing submitting that? Crank arm length, not in the right position. 1. No. If I had to give it a score off those things, bike wise, I like this bike. 10 out of 10. But we have some issues here. 2 different tires. Valves aren't lined up. The crank isn't lined up. I have to give it a 9 out of 10. I'm docking you. Other than that, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Next bike. Seika Spear. Really, really awesome bike. I have a Seika Spear. I enjoy my time on it. It is a great alternative to a bike. If you don't want that crazy Western brand out there, you want to be a little bit different. They did a really good job with the wind eye. The frame weight was off what they advertised. I think they advertised it being like 690 grams, but it was definitely in like the 770 grams. But the facing for the BSA threads, the facing for the disc brake caliper mounts going on there, the headset area where the bearings went to, the seat post, everything about it was really, really quality. And the unboxing experience and their own water bottle cages too. But again, this customer did a really good job, but there are some things I don't like. Again, let's take a look. I'll say again. Burke composite saddle, carbon fiber, 100 grams. EXS bar, beautiful. I've never seen it with the EXS logo on there as well, but I love the EXS bar. You guys know anything EXS, it's in my mouth. Far Sports wheels, and they are the carbon fiber spokes and ceramic speed bearing version. Their own proprietary cages, and then we have on here a little bit of where I don't like it. And this is just me nitpicking here. But you have what looks to be new SRAM red crank arms with no power meter and Favero pedals. Love the Favero choice. I think they're a great pedal. But it looks to be here SRAM red chain rings, SRAM Force front derailleur, SRAM Force rear derailleur, SRAM Force shifters. You got the Seika. Okay, we all know you got money. Take out the pocketbook, write a check, and put on the SRAM red, okay? This is the dog collar. Put on the SRAM red, put it on the Seika. Enjoy your life. We only got another good 30, 40 years on this earth anyways, you know? So enjoy it. Seika, starch white, built up as is. I'm going to knock it for the hoods because I like the new ceramic red hoods a lot. Damn. Give a lot of 8s and 7s. I'm going to do 7. I'm going to do 7. I'm going to do 7. I'm sorry. Okay, whoever you are, I'm sorry. Next bike. Beautiful. A lot of Enve Melees have been popping up. Melee or Melee? Melee? Melee. A lot of Enve Melees have been popping up. They ran a sale a little bit ago. They had a really good... I mean, it just does a lot of things well. T47 threaded bottom bracket. It can take up to a 35-seat tire. It's kind of a great bike to have in the quiver. Nothing top of the chart range, but it does everything so well. But, I mean, talk about... He called it the poison apple color. That paint job is beautiful. And then with tariffs nowadays, Enve is made in USA, so let's see how they do with their frames. I don't know if they're going to have tariffs on frames. I don't know if the frames are made in-house, but I know the wheels and all the other composites are. Looks like he's running the 2-piece bar and stem cockpit. I would like to see the 1-piece aero bar in there. $1,200, do better. The matching gold logos to match the poison apple color is a great job. Tan sidewalls as well to kind of match that and bring it all in. I think it looks phenomenal. The Alpha OSPW, I'm a big fan of that. I think it looks really good. SRAM red kit with the power meter. Time pedals. Ooh. This guy might work for SRAM because SRAM actually owns time pedals. So it looks like he's a big fan of SRAM. Then he's got the Silka rear undercarriage with the boa. And you could tell he likes Silka because he even has the tie bottle cages there with the black. He's kitted out with a frames and gear mount. Garmin Varia light, and then what looks to be a Garmin out front light. Color-wise, the only thing that does it for me on this bike, I hate the sloping top tube. I hate how much of a slope. I don't know why. It doesn't bother me as much now, but for some reason the sloping top tube just bothers me a little bit. But yeah, I'll go with a 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Next bike, we got 2 more guys. Okay. Oof. This guy actually reached out to me on Instagram and showed me his bike. It smells weird. Keep on getting whiffs of stuff. Okay, so this is a special bike to me because it's an Asia-only colorway, and you can't get it over here in America, and people really like that color. And it seems like he put like a clear protective film because this frame is supposed to be matte, but it looks like it's gloss. Or maybe he just used a muck off silicone spray on there. But beautiful bicycle. Absolutely love it. 3D printed saddle, SRAM red, ceramic speed. I could do without those cages. Not for me. It's kind of gaudy with that. You have just let the frame shine. Really, you don't need to put those on there. You don't really need them. Also, the Supercast tape, I liked a little bit of detail, but again, like just all black because you have this going on here. And then the tires, I would do black as well myself. I mean, the SRAM red, that's a nice pop to it, but a really good-looking bike. I'm going to knock it for the old SRAM red shifters. You have an S-Works. You have enough money for SRAM red. New shifters, go ahead and buy them. But yeah, I like this color a lot. I'm going to put this thing at like an 8.8 out of 10, okay? And then last bike of them all, you know, if you got Enve wheels. Enve wheels have really just been coming up in popularity. I mean, I don't know what it was. Before Tade Pogacar was on them, and they were on the Colnagos, and they had the Bora wheel sets. Enve was for sure just kind of like floating adrift. They were really popular when they hit the scene. Rim brakes, Chris King hubs, the 6.7s. They were different. They were a different brand. And then when they went hookless, it kind of just floated water for a while. And then you had Tade come along. He picked them up on their back, and literally, the logos just look so good moving that you can't fault him. And they see Tade going so fast, like, I need new wheels. I need new wheels. I need Enves because Enves are the fastest. All right, the only reason why Tade's winning is because he's on Enves. But yeah, I love everything about the Envies except for the hookless. I love the internals. I love the externals. I wish the weight was a little bit lighter, but this guy seems to be knowing that because he got rid of the stock Envy hubs and looks like he did DT240 hubs on there. So that's going to save weight. Like I heard someone did these wheels with DT180 hubs, and he brought them down to like 1,350, which is really respectable for Envy SES 4.5s. But this is a BMC Team Machine SLR01 with Ultegra on there, Di2 12-speed, and the Envy SES 4.5 wheels. This is a solid 9 for me. Just overall aesthetics. BMC is a really clean-looking bike, clean-looking logos. The matching cockpit on the top too, but I like that a lot. And then the Envy wheels. I think it's a solid-looking bike overall. Very, very nice. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with my comments down there? Did you guys have fun today? Should I do more of these? I know a lot of people always like me doing these videos. Should I do more videos of these in the future? I had a good time doing it. I like looking at bikes. I'm going to Sea Otter very soon. I'll see you guys out there. Bye.